I can't even move.
Ew.
This nigga right here. Nah, the craziest shots in the world.
You've been trying to get
Good
that.
shot though. Nah, they're good shots, but I'm just saying, like, them shots crazy.
Let him eat. Let him eat.
What's going on, y'all? REDIRKULOUS here, the Post God. I know y'all been asking for this build a few weeks now. Could have been really easy, just throw a build out there, say it was the best post-scoring build out there. You know, in a game that the 7-4s ruled the roost. But I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that what was in my head would actually work before I had you all spending your hard-earned money. And it did. Max plus 2s, great addition. Custom takeover, got a surprise for you there. The only thing that I'll say about this game that I'm not a fan of is everybody can be me. And as cocky as that sounds, when Community Day first happened, they talked about counter to the counter. I don't really see that right now. I see offense overpowered. You know, a lot of people wanted that. Defense, not so much. Now, some would say buff shot contest. I've seen shot contest. I've seen 80%. I even have it on X, if you follow me on Twitter, where I made an 80% green on green. You know, some people like to say that not having timing be excellent is a white going in. Well, I made a green on green, so to speak. But shooting is way too easy. And that's gonna hurt some folks when I say way too easy, because obviously I'm seeing people that are shooting in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, while some of us are shooting in the 70s, 80s, or even 90s. When I first started this build, I was shooting in the 90s. Obviously started playing some random rec. Didn't get passes when I should have got the passes. They were late, but I still tried to shoot it. Hurt my percentages a little bit. But I'm going to show you one of my better games. One of my better games that, from a post-scoring standpoint, because you all have seen it. You all have seen where someone's just continuously shooting over somebody. But I'm going to show you what happens with a counter. Now, granted, he wasn't the best defender, but it was something different. Something he probably hadn't seen all year. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the builder. We're going to get into cap breakers. Now, this isn't a min-max build by any means. This is a build to have a certain name, more than anything. There is a little bit of tweaks in the sense of using the max plus 2s and my overall scheme with the custom takeover, but we're going to get into it.
One of the great scores in the history of this game. It's one of the most unguardable shots in the NBA.
I'm the phantom of the court, slipping through the D like a ghost. My shots are whisper, silent, swift. You'll hear the swish before I lift.
Alright, I'm going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to show the gameplay first, then we'll get into the builder right around the 9-minute mark. I'm going to give some breakdowns on what's going on, why I'm going to have certain ratings the way they are, but I wanted to give you a picture first. So this is how I know it's going to be a good game for me. Before I even took a shot, he had his hands up, leaving him susceptible to any counter, any sort of shake or anything. So of course, dream shake fake to a fade, it's open. Alright, so now he's playing way off on post entry, out of the position the entire time, drop step, open, and 1. Alright, so when someone enters below 3-point line on cut, pop out to create a rotation miscue. Small defend, late jump, easy midi. So here, we end up getting a small defender attached. He's bailing ASAP, fade toward him, and of course it's an easy green. Alright, so their center has been seeing his teammate getting cooked. As soon as I touch paint, it's passed to the center, open J. Now you know if he's in game chat or party chat or anything, you know he's getting absolutely ripped for what's been happening. So of course he's getting frustrated and starts to reach. I'm begging you guys, don't be this guy. Literally he's got his hands up. Literally he's going to get out of position every single time. Throws you off a bit, so I set up a pass to the point guard for him to do this. Of course my center called him trash after this. So we got the same situation this time. I'm aggressive and pull the midi with the hezzy. Green. So I've been killing him, right? Going and attacking middle. So watch as he reaches here in just a minute. Right there. Do a little side step. Green. As y'all know, not everybody's going to be a fan of the post scoring. So of course my teammate that is also cooking called a timeout. 7 for 9 compared to 8 for 9. But the center sees the matchup. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that he was going to be diving there, but make a little contact, set up the post, spin for the jam. Now, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I know he's not a great defender. You know, he's constantly out of position on catches. This did pull me in. Knowing he'd retreat, I told him to watch the knee. Now, like I said, don't be this defender. Hands up, just get you out of position. You're only really supposed to use hands up and jumping whenever you know he's going to shoot. Point guard's hating him right now, because I had to invite him to the show. Hands up on the closeout hasn't worked. Let's try jumping. Post top shot J. Of course, we win by 15. It's the quietest 40-point game that I've ever seen from the other center. Dude was shooting 50, goes 9 for 9 for 3. Alright guys, so here's the builder. So we got a two-way crafty mid-post scorer. There's a few tweaks on it to allow that name, and we'll get into it. So power forward, 7 foot. Weight was more of a preference than anything, because obviously we're not going to hit that 95 strength with cap breakers like I was kind of hoping. 7'3" wingspan. So if you went 7'4" wingspan, like I originally did, because that's Dirk's actual wingspan, it ends up giving 82 3-pointer. So of course, that nullifies the chance of having limitless range. Now if you went 7'4" wingspan, that's the only thing you lose. So end up going on the second build, 7'3" wingspan, step 7'4". I did go 98 close shot. No real particular reason as far as like cap breakers go. So you could lower this down, could lower this down, and still get what you want with cap breakers. I wasn't huge on the cap breakers because at the time didn't have any cap breakers. And obviously, a lot of these builds that people are making without cap breakers are going to be probably null and void to an extent, unless you're ultimately getting what you want, which I am here. You're going to see some other creators that have like a 63 ball somehow tweak up to an 83 ball, but I don't think you're really going to see too many builds that are going to be able to have a 99 post control through cap breakers without it just being like 94 or something like that, because ultimately you can only use 5 slots, right? So we do have a 90 driving layup. We did have to go 81 for standing dunk. That is to get our paint surgeon takeover ability, which is essentially deep post bag and interior force combined. Obviously, from my standpoint, I'm using it more so for the shimmy fades and the fades than I am actually going for any dunks. So it does suck to have to put my standing dunk that high. I probably would do like 72 at best. If I was to remake the build, I might have gone like 72 and used cap breakers to get to 82 to where driving dunk was lower. We did pretty much ultimately max these two out. This does go up to 83. So with cap breakers, unfortunately with this build, it took 3 cap breakers, but on my Porzingis build that I'm about to be working on, it's only going to take 1 cap breaker to go from 80 to 83. So there is a lot of weird science between the builder and the cap breakers. A lot of people still don't know the rhyme or reason to it. I did only go 60 ball handle with this one. Again, it's not going to get handles for days or anything like that. Usually I do max this out. I probably will end up maxing it out with cap breakers. We went 72 pass accuracy. This I think can go all the way up to 82 with cap breakers. Same thing here. You know, it's Dirk Nowitzki. I'm not really trying to do any dribble moves. I've noticed a little bit with the blowout dribble that I usually do isn't as good, but I haven't even touched it, so it's on 25 speed with ball right now. If you go any higher on an interior defense, it will change the name. Same thing for block. Same thing for rebound. Obviously going 85 then gets you, let's see. Yeah, get you box out beast. But if you go any higher, it'll also turn it into a post scoring crasher. 84 strength. I probably could have gone 80 strength and somehow found a tweak to get 86 by like 2 or 3 cap breakers, something crazy like that. But I went 84 because if I go 85, it turns me into a post stretch bully. So again, majority of this stuff is for the name itself rather than, you know, any meta build. The meta comes later, and I'll explain why. So let's see, if we go to all badges, one of the main knocks for 7 foot, or at least this 7 foot build, is your tier 2 badges stink. As far as like trying to utilize the max plus 2s and max plus 1s. So we're gonna get into that next. Alright, so like I said before, this is what I'm up to. I'm up to 99 close shot. You know, use that 1 cap breaker there. I use 3 cap breakers on 83. And then use 2 cap breakers on 86 strength. So I'm 96 overall. This got me legend, paint prodigy, bronze limitless, gold, post powerhouse. So when you look at it a little bit more, like I said, standing dunk is only going to go up by 1s. Could get driving dunk up. Obviously you only have +1 there. You get a lot through pass accuracy through this. Speed of ball as well. There's a little bit in vertical. Now of course speed. Now I haven't used all of my badge specialization. I've only used 1, I think. So pretty much, unless I do this, which it doesn't make sense to. One of my build specializations will go into one of our physicals. Not sure if it's going to be strength or if it's going to be speed. And of course you can use cap breakers to get this up higher, but obviously I don't think it's going to go up to 60 from what I recall. So like I said, there's nothing really special on like the cap breaker aspect of this build. More builds in the future. I'll probably look at, you know, trying to do this now that I have capability. But with Dirk, it was 99 post control, 99 close shot. Utilize what I could for mid-range shot and 3-point shot. Like, those are the main things I'm honestly going to be looking for. I will say 86 strength is a lot better this year than it has been in the past. I don't know if that's because other defenders aren't using strength as much. You know, last year I would use 95 strength to give me that space. I'm still getting that space now with 86 strength. So that's something that's gonna, we'll see how things work. Now for badges. So like I said, tier 1's all your good badges. Tier 2 you don't really have that much. We're using our badge perks. Like I said, I haven't gotten our max plus 1 or max plus 2. I'm about to get max plus 1 in like 50 games. Crew, we're about to get that. Currently I'm using Dimer. I know it's crazy for me to use Dimer, but like I said, there ain't too many options. Arrow Wizard doesn't really make sense. Outfly and Denier, I'm already using that. Movable Force, Outfall Pest. So it's literally all 4 are being used. Outfall Pest, I've got max plus 2. Right now, this is a max plus 2 for tier 1. Obviously this will go down here. And have an option, right, of either going super post scoring heavy and having max plus 2 to our post powerhouse, or going a little bit more shooting and having gold limitless. Obviously another option is to get Hall of Fame Deadeye like we did last year, right? Obviously that was super OP. Do I need Hall of Fame Deadeye in a game that shot contests are non-existent? Probably not, but gold does seem to do the trick right now. And just because there isn't too many like options, again, I could put this on set shot, but I'm shooting 70%, was shooting like 90% with set shot specialist on silver because it's that easy of a shooting game. So I used Unpluckable because I am getting ripped a decent bit. If any guard tries to rat me, the game immediately assumes that I'm trying to do a LT cheese, and that's not the case. But I did warn people that that was going to happen. So, we got that on Hall of Fame, you know, in the clutch. I got a movable force, a little bit bumpy, but it'll be really interesting whenever I get these two in this one. Because at the very least, post powerhouse probably be on Hall of Fame. At the very least, limitless range will be on silver at the very least, and then set shot specialist will probably be on gold at the very least. Whenever I get these 3 badges, so or perks. So that's all I got for you guys. Sorry for the wait. I just wanted to make sure that this was going to work. And what it is I had 85, or you're totally capable of using 85 as your MIDI, right? And then using this to get it to 99. The difference is if you want to use any of Kevin Durant's moves, then you probably want to put this up to 87. Looking back, I probably put it at 85 and then use this to get it up to 99. But now I'll have 99 post fade, 99 close shot, and 99 post control. So that's why I call it the post grand badge. That's all I got for you guys though. On that note, I'm out.